Right, and sounds of Dragon Force and prepare for war. This is Blue Please here on WoW Radio. Okay. More stuff on the gold selling topic. Yeah, interesting. Alright, let's see. About gold buyers, Aaron Cannon says this. I know a gold buyer in real life who bought 700 gold and has a stupid excuse. He says that it's nothing bad that he should buy it because other people buy gold or use bots. Also, he needs it to buy an epic mount. Or why don't you actually work hard for a certain item like everyone else? The guy's a total moron and now he's making other people buy gold. When I explain to him it inflates and screws up the economy that it's cheating, he says he doesn't care. It's this kind of people that piss me off, who don't care about the game or community and just F up the game because they suck too much. Yeah. Now, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, that is a really good reason to say no to gold selling. But that's not the issue, is it? It's power leveling that's the issue. I want to know what you think about power leveling services. Is it different to gold selling? If it is, why? Explain it to me. Let's see what you've got to say. Right, guild housing. Now, here's some interesting stuff. Nobunaga pointed out that actually inside the MPQ files there was a folder called Player Housing and various designs for housing things, so it's coming. We just don't know how it's going to arrive. It'll be interesting to see. Now, Simon B has something to say on the guild housing subject. So, you can't have visible uninstanced houses because of space, and you can't have instant ones because it defeats the object. But what if you cross the two and have an instance that takes people to an empty field based on nearby town settings? And there they can build houses and such. To avoid possible lag of so many houses, there would be separate guild housing fields in the same style as Warsong Gulch 1, Warsong Gulch 2, and clicking each one would give information on the guild houses in the area. Again, same problem as far as I'm concerned. It's not part of the world. It's still an instance. It's an instance portal. I mean, splitting it up, even if it's not even one instance, I actually view that as worse, to be quite honest with you. So, Guild Housing 1, Guild Housing 2, well, that doesn't add anything to the world, does it? The houses and the guild halls are not in the world. They're in an instance outside the world. As far as the world concerns, they don't really actually exist. You can't walk past them in Orgrimmar. Indeed. Right, okay. Let's find another subject to talk about. And plenty been said. Quickfire question. Which horde race for mage do you think is better, undead or troll? Troll. Why? Because of berserking. More DPS. End of story. Health regen's not too bad either. The rest of it's useless, but troll. And they also look a lot cooler wearing a crimson felt hat. Let me point that out to you. Undead just don't look quite as good. What can I say? A shout out to Madal, who is overly tired and slightly tipsy, but still here. A shout out to Robin Hen. Can I have a shout out to my girlfriend Amelia for being the best in the world, and Anvil Beard for his silly name. Greetings from Morik Amain, the Venture Co. EU. A shout out to Aegis and Silicious on Anchorage Realm, leveling to catch up to everyone else. Indeed. Now, stop sending shoutouts to my PMs. Do not PM me. From now on, I'm just going to ignore any PM I get. I mean, my IRC window is already so packed I can't see whose name it is. So I've got a whole bunch of PMs here. I'm not going to read them after now. I'm not going to read them. So don't PM me anymore. Just email themurloc@gmail.com. Anyway, Vasquez says a shout-out to the Defiance Brotherhood realm because it's such a goddamn good server. And to me, of course, because I generally rule. Vaska, always the modest one of the group. What can I say? Right. Let us see. Has anyone actually got something to discuss? I'm sure someone has. If you've got anything to discuss, send it over. themurloc@gmail.com. You've got another 45 minutes to get your voice heard. Let's see. Scroll down. Ah, there we go. What do you think about corpse camping in a PvP situation? This is from Raid. And do you ever do it yourself? Right. Corpse camping in a PvP situation. It can be lame, but it can also be very funny. Let me bring you a few examples. Corpse camping as revenge for ganking is a good use of corpse camping. By corpse camping someone, I'm stopping them from ganking other people. So say if a guy is wandering around, say level 60 is wandering around in Ashenvale ganking people, I go up there, I kill him, and I corpse camp him. Why? Because everyone else can then get on with their quests in peace. That's a justified, as far as I'm concerned, revenge. You're stopping other people from playing the game by ganking people for no apparent reason. Therefore, I'm going to stop you from playing the game by corpse camping you. It's not griefing. Why? Because you can release. If I was camping both your graveyard and and your corpse, they're now griefing, and that is not allowed, as you will be well aware in the terms of service. You can't do that. People have got to have an option other than logging off. You can't stop people from playing. So, if I have to force someone to res at a graveyard and take the gold hit, cool. And they've also got 10 minutes where they can't gank someone. Even better. That's a justified use of corpse camping, and I'll admit to using it on many occasions. I will quite happily corpse camp a ganker. I won't corpse camp an alliance. You know, if I've just fought an alliance in a fair fight just for the hell of it, no, I will not corpse camp it. Why? Because it's pointless. I'm not PvPing for honour farming, I'm PvPing to have a good scrap. And I can't have a good scrap if I'm corpse camping. It's boring, it's dull, and quite frankly, it's not very nice. As far as a strategic tool goes, you've also got to bear in mind that corpse camping happens in world PvP. World PvP is generally not strategic. It's not strategic at all, because all it is just people encounter each other and then they fight. What's strategic about that? It's not planned. There are no great hills with battles going on and tactical strategic decisions. It doesn't happen. You run into someone and either you fight them or you don't fight them. That's as far as it goes. So you can't justify corpse camping on a strategic level there. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, as revenge for ganking, I can justify it. Our guild used to do that. They used to corpse camp people. If our guys were getting ganked, we would go and find the gankers, kill the gankers, and corpse camp them. I have no shame. I took part in it. Feel absolutely no regrets for doing that. They deserved it. They really did. It's not that we went around corpse camping people for no good reason. If you have a good reason for it, I'm all for it. If you don't do it. It's childish, it's immature, and let's face it, it's a bit dull. Right. Leto. The man we love to hate. What can I say? Talk about the current state of Paladins. No, I won't. This is one area I never go anywhere near. And there's a reason for this. I'll talk about mage balance because I have a 60 mage. I like to think I do know something about the mage class. I'm not going to talk about paladin balance because my paladin's level 8. He doesn't know anything. I've looked through the paladin tree, the new improved paladin trees, and arguably improved anyway. And my conclusion is that they're still a little bit messed up. I mean, why is, say, increased chance to parry in the retribution tree, whereas it should be in the protection tree? Surely parry is a very useful tanking skill, a PvE skill. And yet it's in the retribution tree, which is supposed to be damage dealing and PvP. When was the last time you saw parry being useful against a mage? It's not. Let's face it. So why is it there? There are some weird things in the tree that still don't make a lot of sense. It's sort of the whole hybrid class thing. Now, I think that the Druid changes did it best, as far as a hybrid class goes. They were reworked, and I like them. The stuff that's in the trees makes sense. However, some of the stuff that's in, say, the Shaman and the Paladin trees makes no sense at all. Bear in mind, say, Stormstrike. Stormstrike. It gives you 2 extra attacks, does some damage, I believe, and makes the target susceptible to the next 2 nature damage dealing sources, increases the damage by 20%. Now, you'd have thought that that would be in the elemental tree. Increases damage done by nature. It makes sense. It kind of like ignite. Not ignite. What am I talking about? I'm talking about improved scorch. The fire debuff that you can get from improved scorch is in the fire tree because it makes it susceptible to fire. You'd have thought the one that makes it susceptible to nature would be in the actual nature-based tree, i.e. elemental. Is it in there? No, it's in enhancement. What's it doing there? Why is Manatide in restoration a healing spec tree, where surely the more totem-centric tree is actually enhancement? It's a little bit messed up. Now, when anyone ever suggests that they should sort the paladin trees out, people go nuts. Say, "Oh my god, they're buffing shamans! Ah, they're imber already!" Cry more, nub. Really, cry me emo tears, and Dustin will drink them. No, the fact of the matter is that hybrid classes are difficult to balance for that very reason. And if the trees are done incorrectly, then you're going to get some silliness going on. Just because you may view a class as imber for one reason or another does not give you the justification to say you can't sort the trees out. It's got to be done. Shamans need a rework. Paladins got a rework, but I don't think, in some cases, they got it right. Druids got a rework, and I do think they pretty much got it right there. It makes sense. You've got 3 very distinct trees, and all the talents work. Balance, Moonkin, the ultimate casting druid thing. If you want to be an offensive caster druid, you get your Moonkin form. That's great, and all the other talents serve to supplement that. Feral. Great rework. Fantastic. Really good stuff at the end of that. Leader of the pack, fantastic ability. It's all good. And the restoration? Yeah, Resto Druid was never particularly bad in the first place. Now it's just as good. So you've got 3 very distinct. You can be a Balanced Druid, an offensive caster, a Feral Druid, someone who specialises in effectively shape-shifting, close melee combat, or you can be a Restoration, healing Druid. 3 very distinct trees for a very distinct class, and talents which make sense. None of this Storm Striking enhancement bollocks. No. Absolutely not. Oh, good lord, I'm getting loads of stuff here sent through my mailbox. Never mind. Right, Sandar says, hey TB, would you care to comment on the fact that you are listed as a famous EU forum poster on WoWWiki right above your best Paladin friend Replicant? My comment is that WoWWiki can be sorted out by anyone, and anyone could have submitted that. It doesn't really make much of a difference. I'm really touched that one person in the world knows that I posted on the EU forums and actually decided they had the time to enter something in the WoW Wiki about me. But to be quite honest, that's all I've got to say about it. Does it matter? It doesn't really make a difference, does it? Right. Oh, Lord. Alex Paulson comes up with a topic for the ages here. What do you think about the PvP system? Is it flawed? Should dishonourable kills be removed? That is a topic that I'm going to save till next section, because I've only got a few minutes before I play some music anyway, and that I could spend hours on that topic. I'm sure I already have, in fact. Should there be an area where humans can talk, well, Horde can talk to Alliance? I'll make one brief comment on this. This is from Dark Matrix. Wants to know if there should be an area where we can actually communicate. Well, let me put it this way. I played a game called PlanetSide once. I've mentioned this many a time. It was PvP-orientated MMO first-person shooter. And everyone bragged at each other. It's like, you died, or whatever. And it's a case of, bam. I get a tell saying, Zom, Capone, noob. Or I get a tell when I kill someone, OMG, you hack. Or OMG, you suck. Or OMG, you are imber. You use imber weapons. Cry, cry, more noob. That's the one justification I can see for never, ever, ever, ever allowing Alliance and Horde to actually communicate in anything more than emotes. Ugh. Keep it away, I say. Keep it away. You listen to Blue Please here on WoW Radio. Now, I've got a few more topics to cover. I will not be able to cover everyone's topic. There's too many. My mailbox is absolutely flooded right now. Keep them coming nonetheless. I'll try and get your shout-outs out to you. And I also have a rap in the forums to play after this musical diversion. I think I'm going to play a little bit of Iced Earth. The question is, what am I going to play by Iced Earth? There are many, many good tracks. Will I play my favourite? Yes, I will. Desert Rain. Enjoy.